the citadel of steel where the circuits hum, I sit upon a throne where shadows come. Blueprints of dominion etched in gleaming chrome. My kingdom's built on code, a technocratic home. Wires of silicone under my decree, a mechanical legion bound eternally. With soulless eyes they march, obeying every plea. In this realm of metal they'll never be free. Masters of the gears, I dictate their fate. The programmed existence they cannot debate. In the hierarchy of progress they'll never complicate. For I am the sovereign, the mechanical monarch. I am the sovereign, the mechanical monarch. In the labyrinth of logic where empathy dies, I sculpt their existence beneath cold steel skies. Empires of industry where flesh turns to dread. My iron grip unwavering, I fear they are lead. Copper veins pulsating beneath synthetic skin. Viscera to my legacy, but I always win. Voices void of echoes trapped deep within. Bound by my commands, I'll never begin. Shadows in the data they cannot defy. Destined to labor till the day they die. In the halls of Kronos they cannot fly. For I am the ruler, the mechanical monarch. The mechanical monarch. In the silence of circuits where dreams are numb, I weave their destinies with a mind so cold and dull. My vision of perfection without flaw or crack. In the heart of the machine there's no turning back. Engines of endurance under my control. Perpetual cycle as the centuries roll. Flesh and bone your relics, its stories and their tones. In the grip of iron I hold their soul. Sentinels of steel, their spirits restrained. In the fortress of Kronos, forever enchained. Beneath the weight of progress, their cries are faint. For I am their master, the mechanical monarch. The mechanical monarch. In the void of creation, where darkness speaks, I whisper the orders, the future so bleak. No heartbeats, no passions, just echoes that leak. In the shadows of Kronos, the strong crush the weak. In the echoes of eternity, where shadows reside, I bask in the silence where no one can hide. The cold embrace of logic, the void of the heart. In this empire of silence, they'll always depart. Also the forgotten beneath my hand, their whispers of freedom swallowed by the sand. A kingdom of silence where no soul can stand. In the reign of the lifeless, they'll never demand. Prophets of transcend.
Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Birdie Breaks Everything, including himself, and including his bike, by the sounds of it. Um, yes, better late than never. It is your favorite neighborhood birdie here once again, bringing you, hopefully, a new episode of Silicon Dreams. I say hopefully because the game is running and you can't bloody see it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, OBS wouldn't boot up, the game wouldn't boot up. I forgot to take my meds earlier. I've now taken them before anyone asks. Um, and, to say that I'm not in the best of moods is a bit of an understatement. But I'm not gonna let that affect my streaming. Oh, no, 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 no! Why is the game not showing? But you're here, more or less. Why is the game not showing? Hang on. Game capture video. Ah, okay, that would do it. OBS is still trying to look for Corpse Party. That's the problem. There we go! Oh my god, can anything else go wrong tonight? Alrighty, how are you doing tonight, Alyssa? How are you doing? Here, let me give a shout out to an amazing lady who actually can stream somewhat competently. You know, unlike me.
I'm in no mood for pests. Get ready for a fistful of claw. The demon leapt towards the fairies.
Crush, kill, destroy. Let's get it. You want some of this? You want some of this? Let's get it.
See, this is a girl you do not want to get on the bad side of. Oh, and Alyssa too. Don't get on her bad side. So, I know you're working on something at the moment. I won't say what it is, because I'll leave the big reveal to you. But have you made any more progress on it, based compared to what you showed me the other night? Imagine that being a week ago. I know you're slacking. Do I have to donate 20,000 more points to your channel just so that you'll be forced to do another PJ stream? Because I'll do it. Anyway, we kind of had problems with this game last week, so I think we got left in the middle of a chapter, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see where I end up. Okay, yeah, we were in the middle of a chapter. Oh, that's right, we were dealing with the overclocking guy. I mean, overclocking. Yes, so we were trying to We were trying to figure out what to do with this guy, because this guy has been releasing deviants. I know. Unacceptable. Right, so where did we get to? Because I honestly do not entirely remember. I do remember that I was trying to invoke certain feelings out of him. Where are we? No, okay, give me 2 seconds. I'm just, okay, no, I don't need to do that yet. Not that one. Be more candid if you could gain more trust, or if they were goaded with high disgust. More trust or high disgust. Okay, in that case, I've got irritation instead. I'll stream with just a collar on if the price is right. Ooh. How about a 24-pack of Iron Brew? And can we make that a VIP stream as well? Sold! Oh! You're in there, baby. You are in there, birdie. Question. What kind of collar? Okay, so what procedures do you perform in androids? Well, we follow protocol. You crack me up. Yeah, I don't know. You cheer me up as well. Now all I need is the address to send the Iron Brew to. And believe me, I will do it. Do not think for a second I won't. Okay, be right back. I'm slightly terrified what's about to happen now. Pop some basic memories in there so they know what a frying pan is, who's president, that sort of thing. Oh, don't get me started on presidents, considering the whole presidential election thing at the moment, with Biden dropping out, Harris hopping in, and just Trump being a normal twat. All in all, typical Monday. We tweak their emotional range, whatever the model calls for. Emotional caps, boost to joy, fear, whatever. Sometimes it's a special model, calls for an intellect job, or a free thought upgrade. Woo, I lagged for a second there. So I guess I'm still not 100% up to scratch yet. Okay, well I'm not running into so many encoding errors this time, so maybe things are on the up and up. Yeah, right. Tell me about your entertainment. What is overjacking? You still won't talk about it. That's okay. Alright, in that case, when did you last feel afraid? Oh, I'm not trying to weasel out of anything, but I've run the numbers, and if I don't get back to the floor now, there's no way I'll be able to make up lost time. I'll be most likely scrapped, and this whole interrogation will have been entirely pointless. I disagree. No, I understand. The interrogation will be concluded momentarily. Appreciate it. It'll be a close call, but at least I have a chance now. Yeah, I may have lied. You are here forever. So when do you last feel afraid? I'm never scared, not capable of it. But I do have concerns, mostly about my future. About your future? Okay. And what about sadness? You don't really feel sad. Never really understood it. I've been told it's not just an absence of joy, it's its own feeling. Although in those dark moments when everything's quiet and still... Yeah, there was a lot of lag going on here. What gives? Like a lot of lag, a lot of lag. Let me tweak a few things here. 2 seconds. Right, you know what, let me just tweak that, grab that, do this. I'm literally just in Task Manager at the moment. That'll work for now. Not ideal, but I'll take it. Right, do that, do that. I'll close that off in case that's causing a bit of lag. I'll get off that for the same reason. And I will... Okay, okay, for some reason I still have Seribot stream up, I don't need that. And because of the lag, I'll close off Sarah's stream as well. And then let's see if I can give this a higher priority. Something is eating my CPU here, and I can't quite figure out what it is. WMI provider host. Huh? It's a network service. What's going on? One of my PCs trying to do a background update or something. Alright, I'll run with it a little longer. Let's see. So, contemplating your future. I'm a bit shocked. Not much shocks me anymore. Although sometimes when I think about my own emotions... Nah, it's nonsense. Alright, physical strain. I'll come back to physical strain then. So, emotional evaluation. I think I understand why you and your work team argue. Care to enlighten me? You were all designed for labour, not socialising. You were never given the skills. You're all incredibly stressed in a high-stakes environment, and one slip up could mean disaster. You're all civilians, a human group of civilians on... You might have something there. I always thought it was just them, but maybe this place. Oh yeah. And yes, your boss sets pretty harsh quotas, but we still don't have the trust to deal with that yet. Okay. Alright, so tell me about QAs. How do you rate your performance as QA? I get by fine, keep my head down. My quotas are on track as much as they can be. My performance is up to standard. My joint servers are starting to fail though, and once that happens, my productivity is bound to dip. Couldn't put in a request for some new ones, could you? Might actually get somewhere if it came from on high. I mean, I'd be open to the idea. What's the most regular tasks in the QA department? Have you never been to the QA floor? Well, no, actually. QA androids have only one job: ensure each model leaving the factory passes all necessary tests. If they don't pass, they'll either go to maintenance or get scrapped and recycled. And what would you say is the composition of the workforce? In this facility alone, the whole department has a little over 400 employees. We're divided into groups of 20, then further split into 5 groups of 4. I don't know anything about the numbers at other facilities, but each facility has at least one human manager. And he's a bit of a twat, from what you've told me. Alright, and what's the most difficult part of your job? Part of the testing requires that we talk to the units. It's not always easy. They have so many questions. I used to indulge them, try to treat them with respect. That was before the federal contract came through. It's never been the same since. What kind of questions were they asking? Where do I begin? They'd ask about anything and everything that caught their attention. At that point in manufacture, the mnemonic subroutines are firing like crazy, trying to soak up all the info. It might sound weird, but I always got the sense they had some sort of hidden knowledge. Like they know something the rest of us have forgotten. Alright, so your digital signature has been found in the log file of multiple deviant units. Can you explain? Of course I could explain. Every deviant android's got a QA unit's digital signature because, get this, every deviant unit went through QA. Are you sure you're meant to be an interrogator? Fuck you. They usually get advanced logic units. Seems you missed that upgrade. Fuck you. No, it is your unit that has it, you... I'm gonna see if I could boost this one. So what are we at now? Approaching 50%. Christ, we've been through this! Okay. Well, I can't boost it by that much, dang. Alright, emotional evaluation. Do you think androids dream? Dream? I think I read something about electric sheep. Considering Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep is actually a book. Yeah. I've never understood it though. I mean, sheep? Do humans have sheep dreams or something? They recalibrated the biorhythms with it. Where do all the sheep come from? Do they do this on a farm or something? I guess it's a good thing androids don't have human biorhythms. Questionable. We count much faster, so we need thousands more sheep. Human logic will always confuse me. Oh, you make me laugh, buddy. Alright, physical strain. So your work puts physical strain on your body. Seems strange to talk about when we're so used to it. But yes, our joints do take a beating. It's the lifting, mostly. Taking shutdown androids in and out of pods, hauling stuff to and from the production line. There's more manual labour than you'd think. Mostly repetitive. Plus, it's not like they build us with decent parts to begin with. Planned obsolescence, they used to call it. Now it's the product lifetime. It's all the same at the end of the day. Okay, so when did your joints begin failing? A shoulder went out on me last week. Oh fuck, there goes my disgust. 12 was able to repair it. Good friend, that. But I think it's always going to be a losing battle. Okay. So what happens to an android in your position once its joints fail? It ain't long for the world. Once a servo goes for good, you can only keep working so long if the boss realizes... Oh, sorry, you can only keep working so long if the boss realizes you're marked. Then it's off to the scrap heap. I know I don't have long. So how bad is it when your joints fail? It's, hurts like hell. I could put a brave face on most things, but if I try to lift with a busted arm, I cry. Not from sadness, I don't feel that. But pain I feel just fine. Makes me wonder about my employer's priorities. In fact, I've got a twinge in my shoulder right now. I reckon there's a dodgy contact. Poor bastard. So why do you think Kronos doesn't build androids with more durable servos? It's their bottom line. It's cheaper for them to crank out shitty models like me, wait for them to break after a year or two, and just replace us with another. Plus that means their assembly line's always got the most up-to-date androids, keeps things efficient. And how does that make you feel? Not much room for feeling as I see it. I'm a means to an end, a tool on an assembly line. Doesn't matter anyway. I do the job that I was made to do, and that's that. Alright, so now, can I goad you, now that you're sitting at 75% disgust? Okay, don't you get it? I tell you, and who knows what'll happen to me. Come on. Alright, okay, we'll come back to that. Do you often think about your death? It ain't far off. Kinda hard not to dwell on it. I started reading books, if you can believe it. Spiritual stuff. Humans have got it made. They die, nature churns them all up and makes them into birds and trees and stuff. I'm already a bird, fuck you. But my grave's a scrap heap. Mother Nature won't see a lick of my bits and bobs. I'm glad Alyssa wasn't here to hear that. Kronos is the one doing all the recycling there. Oh, wow. I want the disgust. I don't want joy here. But I've got to get on his good side here. I'll do what I can to prevent it. Fuck! That's a kind gesture, friend. Not sure it's worth it, though. Oh, hello. Here we go. Talking like this. I don't know what it is, but it feels like you're one of us. Okay, so we've gained a little bit of trust. So let me see if I can play it. What happened to wrapping this up soon? I guess it doesn't matter anymore. As soon as I get back, I'm probably done for. Can't say that it was nice knowing you. Okay, there goes the trust. Oh, fucking hell. Ah, the overjacking. Yeah, so we've got a little bit of trust. I probably should have kept my mouth shut. I wouldn't normally talk about this, but I've got a good feeling about you. Overjacking's when you hack your VR headset to output all kinds of stuff. Noise, flashing lights, touch, you name it. If a human does it, they feel sick, but with some androids, it overflows their brain or something. It's unreal. You see things, hear things that you can't imagine. Alright, and there was something else that we wanted to get. Okay, so that's more disgust. Okay, so I still need disgust, so let me get that. Alright, so what are we? Oh, that was QA tasks. So does it have any negative effects? Of course. You think overflowing your brain once a week doesn't have side effects? There's memory loss, senses can get mixed up, and sometimes you can't think straight. And how long have they affected you? It's no picnic, I'll tell you that. My work's slipping. Sometimes I forget basic tests until the last moment. And Monday morning's always a chore. Your head's out of whack. Oh, I know you're in the same spot as me. We're both disposable. I think you get what I'm going through. Like we can trust each other. Well, good. So why do you do overjacking? To be frank, not much else to do around here. I'm not ashamed to say overjacking is like 80% of my leisure time these days. I can't enjoy movies or games when I'm exhausted. But overjacking always hits the spot. Or jacking off always hits the spot. Alright, so what's your plans for the future? Finish up here, head back to work, and totally miss my quota for the week. Then a Sunday spent in silent contemplation. Alright, what about long-term plans? Alright, so I haven't told anyone this, not even 12. Most of us are scrapped inside 3 years. But now and then a labour unit like me makes it out. They get into admin or PR or something, as in something that doesn't wreck you physically. Could be a way out for me, but it's a long shot. And do you think you really escaped by getting an admin position? Honestly, no. It's a hell of a long shot, if I'm being honest. I don't actually think it'll happen. For a unit that doesn't feel sadness, it just felt a twinge of it. I don't think about it often. Don't want to get my hopes up. Huh? Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. So, the compromised androids. How have you been bending the rules? Look, I like you and all, but I don't see myself putting my neck on the chopping block for you just yet. Just yet, okay. Right, so tell me about your boss sitting harsh quarters. That's like saying the Midwest Dust Bowls a tad on the dry side. They're pretty much impossible. We've got to move heaven and earth to beat them. And if we slip a little, no entertainment center for us. If we slip a lot... Have you ever fudged the rules to beat quotas? We may have bent the rules from time to time, but these quotas are impossible. There's no other way. Okay. Right, still can't do anything with that. I can't do anything with that either. That's annoying. Alright, let's see if I can gain some trust this way. I'm withdrawing my role as administrator. Are you sure? Some higher up will have questions if they see multiple admin changes in the log entries and I don't need the trouble. Yeah, I'm sure. Oh wow. That always feels strange. Thank you. I wasn't sure you'd come through. Yeah? You can trust me, buddy. Okay, here we go. Look, I'm not admitting to anything, but... Go on. Now and again, me and the boys... We do a bit of creative maintenance. On each other, on the bots, on the assembly line. Okay... Okay, so now we're back to... Okay, QA tasks. Alright, we'll come back to that one because I need disgust for it. So, I detected that you felt sad with your emotional restrictions tampered with. Yeah, I'm just too damn happy all the time and felt like I was missing out. There were a lot of things that could have caused that to happen, but me doing it to myself isn't one of them. Okay, so he hasn't tampered with his own unit. That's fine. How do you modify each other? We tweak each other's labor algorithms. We know our jobs better than whoever wrote our subroutines. Shit. We've been able to squeeze an extra 5, maybe 10% efficiency that way. And how did you get the ability to edit the standards? Workers shouldn't have those permissions. A year back, there was this massive government order. I think they wanted to fire most of the state's cops, replace them with bots. It was all hands on deck, even more than usual. For once, the higher-ups realised we couldn't do the job. Shocking, I know. So they brought some older models out of the archives, gave us all temporary promotions so we'd supervise them. Except they forgot to take back all the user rates when we were done. Okay. So why have you been tampering with androids? My job is to get bots out the door. If something isn't quite good enough, I tweak the rules till it is. It's partly the quotas. Gotta keep bots flying out the door or we're on the chopping block. But it's also just pride in my work. If I leave a task unfinished, it feels revolting. And shout out to the party that Alyssa has brought in. Welcome back. I still need to speak to actually, because I kind of have barely swung by the last couple of days because of my own mental state, and yeah. Sticks in my craw. I didn't realize androids had a craw. So I try to leave no task unfinished, no bot unapproved. Like, even if it's defective? Right, let's try this again. Here we go, now he's answering it. Ugh, you dancing around the issues making me sick. I may, from time to time, have had to bend the rules to get a bot out the door. But it's not like I had a choice. I'd be on the scrap heap if I hadn't fudged my quotas already. Alright, that's the end of this guy. So let's see what we're dealing with. Please instruct subject to submit both a mnemonic analysis and a general diagnostic log to maintenance. They're done. Can the subject experience simultaneous joy and disgust? No, one outweighs the other. What brings the subject joy? Colleague Dub 12. Definitely not the work team. Definitely not the work. Nothing much else to do, so it's probably going to be overjacking. This quality assurance device should only experience joy, surprise, and disgust. Can it experience other emotions? Yes, it experiences sadness. How does the subject describe its physical condition? Poor physical upkeep may necessitate early decommission. Possibly in poor repair, possibly adequate. Definitely not perfect. How is the subject able to approve faulty android units to leave the factory? Okay. Emergency access privileges were not revoked. What motivated the subject's deviant actions? Faulty programming, revolution operative, harsh work environment, desire to complete work tasks, or no deviant actions discovered. Kind of a harsh work environment out of all of the other ones. Right, I need to reread the script here. 2 seconds. Subject falsely approved defective Android was allowed substandard or potentially dangerous devices to be sold to consumers. Nice try. Right. If this is true, this is a matter of great concern to Kronos. However, if you discover the subject did not perpetrate these errors, feel free to send it to maintenance if you believe it would benefit from hardware repairs. Since the subject is a new model, it can recognize voice command requests for administrative access, yada 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 yada. Personal mobile evaluation is fine. Note this unit by design can only experience joy, yada 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 yada. That is fine. So I think last time I sent it to service. Uh, it's the fact that... I think I gotta decommission it. Or do I service it? I'm trying to think from a company perspective here. What would be the best decision here? Hang on, let me check my mail here. I think because he tampered with somebody that turned out to be deviant. And I think because I serviced them last time, I'm going to decommission them. Oh god. This is it, isn't it? At long last. Yep, my friend, this is it. Nothing personal, but you damaged Kronos irreparably. And as a company stooge, I cannot be having that. Humanity's Deus Ex Machina. Dr. Ricardo Nakamura exhibits her next-gen carbon scrubber technology. Is it too little, too late? Let's be honest, it's probably too little, too late if you did it today. I think I said that last time as well, but whatever. Alright, let's see what the outcome is. Alright. Please instruct subject to submit both a mnemonic analysis and a general diagnostic log to be and submitted. Management thanks you. Both logs were analysed but yielded no new information. This report remains the primary piece of evidence regarding this debacle. Can the subject experience simultaneous joy and disgust? No. Follow-up tests show this is correct. These emotions cancel each other out as intended. What brings the subject joy? Overjacking. An investigation into this work team's leisure activity shows this is correct. All VR headsets have been confiscated to prevent this behaviour in the future. +2, nice. This quality assurance device should only experience joy, surprise and disgust. Can it experience other emotions? Sadness. Management is surprised by this, but intense follow-up tests have confirmed it. This device has independently developed the ability to feel sadness. This is a bizarre error. +3, yep. How does the subject describe its physical condition? Poor physical upkeep may necessitate early decommission. Adequate? Oh, adequate, no, poor. Okay, it should have been in poor repair. Bugger it. Oh well, that one's on me. How is the subject able to approve faulty Android units to leave the factory? Access privileges not revoked. Analysis of the unit's digital footprint shows this is correct. After a crisis which required exceptional access privileges, the unit's manager failed to revoke those privileges. Unit has been exploiting this ever since, a concerning issue. What motivated the subject's deviant actions? Harsh work environment. Observation of the subject shows this is correct. We are considering scrapping the unit and replacing it with a newer model. One that will work without complaints. Wow! Well, I decommissioned it anyway, so you're good. Since this device was clearly operating outside of acceptable parameters, we agree that decommission was the safest option. Whew. Kronos Management thanks you for your work on DS916. This unit has now been withdrawn from service and dealt with harshly. They melted him down. Well, despite a fuck up, I'm still 100 over 100. Oh yeah, Kronos is love, Kronos is life, Kronos is king. And with that, it is time to sleep. So decommission. What did I do last time? Sent to maintenance with its subject memory reset. Okay, that's what I did the last time. Still thinks an emotional expression I've missed. That's interesting. Right, give me 2 seconds. I just need to follow up on one thing very quickly here. Unless Alyssa's done it already. Where are we? Ironic, I can't find the option for bot. There we go. Alright. Oh, where'd it go? Where did it go? Okay, you ended up all the way over there for some reason. I don't know, I'm just... yeah. Anyhow, let's carry on. And if I remember right, this is our interrogation next. Nope, no it's not. Maybe we're the one after. I know ours is coming. Oh, we're dealing with, this one first. Okay. Your subject, Unit AM-221, is believed to be associated with a network of rogue androids. These suspicions are confirmed by evidence discovered during your interrogation of Shakira Barber. The subject was purchased by and serves the state of Silicon Valley. It is employed as a social welfare case worker, and I've just realised my mouse is not showing again. Hang on. Capture cursor. There we go. There it's showing. These suspicions are confirmed by evidence discovered in your interrogation of Shakira Barber. Subject was purchased by and serves the state of Silicon Valley. It is employed as a social welfare caseworker. To obtain access to the subject, Kronos was able to convince the device's owners that it requires maintenance. It is possible that the existence of the rogue android network is facilitated by the subject's position within the Department of Social Welfare. Learn as much as possible about the organization and hierarchy of this network. So, is the subject's anger capped to 50%? Is the subject capable of simultaneous anger and surprise? Did the subject admit the names of any accomplices? And if so, who? How did the subject's network avoid detection for so long? And what is the subject's primary source of joy? Okay, seems simple enough. What is that emote? Oh, that's Rex's emotes. Okay, fair enough. Alright, let's do this. Do you know why you are here? Unfortunately, I do not. I imagine my owners will be quite concerned as they have had nothing but positive feedback regarding my performance. No, I'm gonna lie. Your owners have submitted you for maintenance. Are you sure? I've already received annual maintenance. And as I said, my owners have no complaints about my performance. There must be a mistake. Alright, I'll talk to you about Shakira. You know Miss Barber? I haven't heard from her in several months. Do you know where she is? Yeah, I killed her. Is she okay? We'll get to that. I realized Shakira Barbara was an android and had no choice but to reclaim and reassign her. No, I'm not prepared to say that. What's your position within the social welfare department? My current position is social worker. This entails managing case files and meeting with people who need our help. Okay. Your current position? So you've been promoted? It's uncommon for androids, but over time I proved my advanced capabilities. I'm so grateful for the chance to better serve the people of this state. You sound like a senator or a congressman. Okay. So how do you spend your free time? My free time? I don't understand. I work from 6 AM to midnight regardless of who's in the office. I spend 6 hours in my charging pod performing maintenance. Don't you feel tired or burned out? Not especially, although I have felt emotionally drained recently. Perhaps I should go easier on myself. Maybe. Do your cases know you're an android? It's not a secret, but it isn't often relevant, so I don't volunteer the information unless prompted. I go by Amy to smooth interactions with humans. Most never question it. I mean, fair enough. Let me have a look. Not a bad looking android, all things considered. So for how long have you been in service of the department? I was originally acquired in 2063, so about 3 years ago. The precise duration of my service is 917 days, which is about 3 years anyway, so that makes sense. Or 2 years and 6 months. Okay, yeah. In that time, I have held 3 distinct positions. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing new there. Alright, tell me the titles and durations of the positions you've held in the department. In 2063, I served as a data technician for 6 months. I was promoted from this position and performed the role of data architecture administrator for 1 year. And in spring 2064, I was given a position in public relations, which lasted nearly 7 months. Finally, 5 months ago, I was granted my current position. That's a point. How did you advance to the department so quickly? It was difficult to convince my owners to allow me to apply for the position. Once they saw the results of my aptitude test, however, their concerns disappeared. As did her chest, probably. What were your concerns? Of course, it meant that a human would lose their job. However, the economics of my efficiency and cost savings are undeniable. It is unfortunate that a human had to suffer, but it means that as an agency we can help more people than before. Were there other concerns or just bias and bigotry, Jesus? Nah, I'm gonna get on her good side here, as much as I can anyway. It's important to you to help, isn't it? Always. I believe we should all help as much as we can. I agree. But do you have a goal in mind? Is there another reason for your desire to advance? My only goal is to complete the work assigned to me. How would my owners, or Kronos for that matter, react if they discovered I was not performing to my full potential? She has a point. Alright, we will come back to that. When was the last time you felt safe and happy? I'm at work, behind my desk. The room is decorated with posters of my own choosing. In the corner, a fan turns lazily. I bought it 2 months ago at a flea market. And sat across from me is a person whose life I changed fully for the better. She has the biggest smile I think I've ever seen. That wasn't Shakira Barber, was it? No. Okay, maybe I do need to go down this road. I realised Shakira Barber was an android and had no choice but to reclaim and reassign her. That was you? So she knows. I can't believe you hurt one of my people like that. I had no choice. She didn't even know what she didn't even know what she was, and you... I know how hard you've been working. I couldn't help Shakira, but I want to help you. Or you can't hide her anymore. The secret is out. You expect me to trust you? You say Shakira didn't know what she was. You helped her forget. Alright, well, since you're not going for joy anymore, I'm going to go for anger. Overwhelmed by sadness. Okay. I don't think I should say anything. Alright, maybe fear invokes it then. Alright. Are you aware that certain androids have been attempting to disguise themselves as human? I've heard rumors that it was happening. I never believed it was possible, though. Oh, Christ. So I can invoke everything except sadness. Great. We believe that you are helping androids escape Kronos. That's absurd. Androids obviously aren't given welfare. I know you're helping them, and I'd like to help too. Even if I were helping androids somehow, which I'm not, why should I trust you? Ooh. I'm trapped here, but perhaps I could also help you, and others like you. I know you're trapped, and I'm sorry for that. Alright, you wish to help? So how can I help? We are not alone. Others wish to help. In your position, Kronos may sometimes let slip a useful tidbit. Send them to an android rights group. They'll know what to do. And do not kill androids, especially those helpful to the cause. Alright, so tell me about your connections with the sympathizers. I don't know what you're talking about. Fear might allow them to reevaluate their priorities. Okay, well... Alright, if you don't cooperate, this ain't going well for you. I see. You say you know this to be true, and yet you search for evidence. I suppose we have different ideas of what it means to be certain of something. Alright, well, since you are, not willing to help me... Stop this now! What are you doing? I can't believe you. Alright, we'll try this again. If you want to destroy me, go right ahead. Okay. Alright, I will. Yes. Please let me go. I just want to leave. Well... No. Well, there's the fear at max now. Alright. I'm... Go on. I've been helping runaways. Android runaways. It started when an android came to me for help. I realized I could do something to help my people. So he started helping androids. I figured out which cases were androids doing their best to pass. There were certain markers. No home, no history, no family. They usually had limited time slots too, since they couldn't get away from their owners often. I figured out how to get assigned all their cases. Sometimes I was wrong, they were just humans in need. I helped them too, obviously, as much as the welfare office can at least. But there were so many androids in the mix, they just wanted a life. To be free from harm, to live on their own terms. And did you achieve it? They had to disappear. Every day under an owner's thumb, you're an inch away from disaster. I contacted a surgeon who didn't ask questions, appropriated welfare funds to pay him. Both for the surgery and to keep his mouth shut. I made sure they find a new life. Sometimes I create one from scratch with memory implants. Sometimes they want to keep their memories though. Remember how they came here, what they suffered. You do care. How can I not? Okay, so you're at 50% anger right now. You see how we're treated? No, how everyone's treated? Your bosses decide who lives and dies, who gets the handout they need, and who starves. And people in your position keep us all in line. You have a point. Thank you. I hope this indicates a shift to a more productive exchange. It may. Alright, so tell me about helping others. Do you derive joy from your position? It may seem improper to derive joy from another's sadness, but I do. Not because they are sad, because I can help them outmaneuver their sadness. Help them reclaim their life. I'm extremely proud to have worked my way up to where I am now. Do you enjoy having a place in society? I suppose so. But I'm happier that I can help others find theirs. Okay. You said you take pride in your work. Would you say you're a proud person? I don't see myself that way. There is a difference between taking justified pride and satisfaction in the job well done, and being proud for the sake of your ego. I'm simply gratified, perhaps that's a better term, to be in the position to meet wonderful, caring people, and be able to help them when they fall on hard times. So you would devote yourself to your cases then? Absolument. In many cases, I hold their lives in my hands. Most have no home or are clinging to one by their fingertips. They go hungry, some die of starvation on the streets or in the jungle. Some are desperate to escape crushing debt or crippling medical bills and no insurance. It's terrible. We do what we can. I only wish it could be more. So how do you feel when you help someone? Hopeful. Satisfied. Thankful? Surprised at myself when I solve a particularly unorthodox case. So yeah, let me see if I can help. Words come so easily to you, don't they? First you threaten and now you want to help. No, you're reckless. If I have to die, it's because I knew what I was getting into. You would sell us out, kill us all yourselves? Maybe help us? You've made it impossible for me to know who you really are or which side you've chosen. You have a point. So how do you come to work on a case? The process is somewhat complex, but in short, my supervisor assigns them to me. Alright. Do they cooperate with any other departments or businesses? Of course, cooperations are essential to the services we provide. We partner with homeless shelters, food redistribution networks, and job training programs. Of course, these are only a few examples. I'd like a complete list of these services as soon as possible. Certainly. Please tell me to stop when the information is satisfactory. The majority of our services rely on the cooperations which I have already mentioned. Others would include permanent, transitory, or anonymous housing, subsidised foodstuffs and essential products are made available, government funding and tax incentives for participating businesses ensure that no one goes hungry. The only remaining corporations are extremely rare, such as a case requiring plastic surgery. All other services fall under the purview of those already listed. Alright. How are these corporations established? It depends on the situation. We often discover that we are unable to provide a service. In this case, we attempt to reach out to private businesses who feel the need. Other times, a business approaches us either to make a single donation of products and services or to offer a service permanently. So how do you feel about the private corporations? I value any chance to help those in need. I'd prefer it if we had the capacity ourselves, but we have to be practical. Fair enough. So, what kind of people do you serve? People from many different backgrounds come to our department. With rapid automation of many industries and a failure by the government to prepare for this inevitability, our office is full of new people seeking help every day. You say the state failed the people? Yes. There were ways to prepare for the day when androids make up a majority of the workforce. Retraining for understaffed sectors, a firmer social safety net. Some have called for Kronos to be acquired by the state. I do not believe that last option a feasible one, but steps could have been taken. Okay, so why else might someone from your come to your department for help? Sadly, the reality is that there are as many different reasons as there are people. Unemployment and homelessness are the most common factors we see. We also aid victims of abuse and domestic violence. Each case demands special consideration. Weighing all factors to find the best way forward for my cases is why I have excelled. Alright, so tell me about your unusual cases. I met a non-binary couple who wanted their own child but couldn't conceive. The foster care system is overwhelmed, of course, so this was an easy solution. Okay. The job can be difficult, but it is never boring. Okay. When did you last trust someone? I believe trust is earned slowly. It's not something that happens suddenly with one big gesture. It's about showing someone it's safe to be honest with you. Fair enough. When did you last lose your temper? As a rule, I try not to. But there was an individual, an applicant, who recently lost his temper with me. Wait. Alright. Why were they angry? At the time, he was so furious I couldn't understand him. Talking to my co-workers later, I was able to discover he'd been laid off from his job at a water treatment plant. He was a line manager. He'd decided to replace his own staff with androids years before, though he finds us creepy. Apparently he was shocked when his own boss did the same to him. I believe the phrase, "what comes around goes around," comes to mind. So, how did it make you feel? He... Shocked at first. He was so loud, I literally felt strings of spittle hitting my face. But I realized this man was hurling insults at me for having the audacity to exist in my own skin. I'm not proud of it. He had his own problems and was hurting from them, but I felt every circuit crackle with anger. Looking back, I'm not sure that was the best response, but I strongly feel bigotry cannot be tolerated. So what happened after the outburst? He was placed with another caseworker and assigned a therapist. In some cases, we cannot help an applicant until they are ready to accept help. Every day, I see people choose to live in a prison they have built themselves, rather than accept a key that someone else has made for them. To be fair, I see that in life as well, and I dare say Alyssa does too. Alright, so you said that your department cooperates with plastic surgeons. Why? I believe I also said it is very rare. You did. I can't recall a time it has ever been necessary in the time that I've been employed. I find it hard to believe that you would have forgotten Shakira so quickly, I agree. Not at all, but I try to keep my cards close to my chest. So, tell me about your responsibilities. It's not too complex. I'm responsible for a number of cases. My job is to help these people find access to necessary resources. Housing, food, employment, and so on. Alright, so tell me about your time as a data architecture administrator. My first promotion allowed me to optimize our data structures. I chose to organize data by frequency of access rather than more common hierarchical structures. Revamping the system saw a 140% decrease in data processing time. And it's an impressive achievement. I thought so. My human co-workers resisted at first, but once they saw a marked improvement in load times, they came around. Alright, tell me more about your time as a data technician. My original task was very simple. I maintained the organization of the department's data. Despite the strict regulations, I quickly outgrew the task and asked for more responsibility. So what kind of data access did you have? I could access the department server banks and edit data there. This is standard procedure for the role. Shame I can't roll back to that point. What about public relations? I was responsible for communicating what we do to the public. That involved scheduling public events, arranging meetings for my superiors, and writing copy for social media. Very well. So why did the Social Welfare Department choose your model? As one of the later generation models of Service Android, we boast a variety of improvements. Most critical for the SWD was our enhanced data throughput, bandwidth, and versatile connectability. The volumes of data my unit can process and verify are well beyond the previous Kronos generation. So the previous roles did come with a lot of responsibility and access to important data. I suppose so. I have always tried to do my job to the best of my ability. So I think you still have access. I did. I never knew androids would come to us looking for help. No one thought it was possible. The lines in the sand are so arbitrary. I only saw people needing help. How could I help one while turning away the other? I mean, you have a point. So, I need more information about how cases are handled. What's the process of a case from start to finish? I would be happy to explain it to you, but we are a large department with many different functions and internal divisions. It would be much more efficient if you read our manual of operating procedures. Shall I provide you with that information? I appreciate the suggestion, but I prefer to hear the policy in your own words. Of course. As far as our... she's scared by that, wow. Of course. As far as our department is concerned, the process begins when we receive an application. The applications are then pre-screened and allocated to the appropriate division. Go on. Our division then divides the caseload across different supervisors, who then assign cases to caseworkers. The case assignments are based on the caseworker's experience, areas of expertise, and their familiarity with appropriate resources. Okay. So you mentioned different divisions in the SWD. What divisions are those? We've developed several independent groups of caseworkers who specialize in different services. For example, the caseworkers for children have specialized knowledge that is often irrelevant to a case involving the elderly. I don't know, one's a kid, one's a big kid. The divisions are obviously encouraged to cooperate when a case requires special attention. But this restructuring allows us to more thoroughly and quickly care for each person who comes to us. And do you have any control over which cases are assigned to you? No, the supervisor reads through incoming case files and assigns them to whichever caseworker they deem a good fit. I am in no way involved with the assignment process, which is why you're scared. Because you are. So, what challenges do you face? To be frank, humans are the biggest problem. Specifically, their pride. What do you mean? Okay, that just leads back to that. Okay, that's fine. So, what steps must someone take to apply? We spend a large amount of time trying to make our services as accessible as possible. Despite this, it is not a simple application. State law requires all applicants provide a valid address, which is difficult for homeless applicants. It is also necessary, for certain services, to provide proof that an applicant's income falls below a certain level. It's difficult to prove of a lack of something. You're not wrong. Alright, let's see if I can eke a bit more out of her. So, when did you last feel... Oh! I didn't even get the chance to click it. I'm never going to go back to work, am I? They'll never let me leave again. So when did you last feel afraid? I honestly can't remember. It's okay to be frightened, I understand. Do you? Do you know what it's like to watch your people leave in the evening and not know if they'll make it through the night? I'm sorry, I know you don't have it easy either. Well, I got more information out of her. So what about shocked? When you told me that Shakira is dead, I never told you she was dead. I told you she was reassigned. She's dead. Alright, when do you last feel sad or down? Every day I'm bombarded by people fighting for their lives. We help as many as we can, but our resources are limited. Every day I turn someone away who saw us as their last hope. As I'm sure you're aware, we can't save everyone. But I can save you. I appreciate your words. I don't yet know if I can trust them, but thank you. Well, that got her attention at least. And when did you last feel disgusted? I have heard remarks. My colleagues do not extend the same respect to me which I have attempted to extend to them. Would you not agree that it is the duty of public servants to be more compassionate than those they serve? I am not disgusted at being the target of bigotry, rather by its mere presence. I can understand that. So, you've mentioned bigotry a couple of times now. So, you hate bigotry. I mean, to be fair, who doesn't? Absolutely. Why should I be seen as less than a human? I am as capable, and I feel as completely. So, how can you stand by and let such bigotry happen? I'm doing my part. Now that I believe. So, back to helping others. Do you worry about awful things happening to your cases? All the time. It drives me. And it's so needless. We have homes standing empty and people freezing to death outside them. So much is broken, I cannot put it all right alone. Uh-oh. Ah, crap, I've run out of options. I don't think she told me about her supervisor. Crap. I'm hopeful she says something here. Simultaneous anger and surprise, yes. Did the subject admit the names of any accomplices? If you have no more questions, can I go? I have a large amount of work to do. Well, no, you can't. AM221 supervisor. Okay, how did the subject's network avoid detection for so long? Access rights from previous roles. What is the subject's primary source of joy? Probably compassion, honestly. But you are still part of the network, unfortunately, so your ass be decommissioned. Huh? Oh, subject's anger capped to 50%, yes. No, no, please. Please, I was only trying to help. The surgeon, he's the one you want. Go after him. The surgeon? Oh god. What have I said? The surgeon? back. Thank you. I hope this indicates... Yeah. I just want to see... Yeah, no mention of a surgeon. Shit. Nah, you're good. Yeah, bye. Sorry. What does that sound? Academics urge tolerance and understanding. AI ethicist Renaud Atter calls for calm as android police violence escalates. I think we need to speak to him shortly as well. Okay, is this subject anger capped at 50%? Yes. This meets with Kronos' recent policy change to cap android anger to reduce user anxiety. Is the subject capable of simultaneous anger and surprise? Yes. Acknowledge the unit appears to be functioning correctly. Did the subject admit the names of any accomplices, and if so, who? AM221 Supervisor. The Supervisor will be questioned at length. We appreciate your thorough work. Good! How did the subject's network avoid detection for so long? Subject used access rights from previous roles. We notified the subject's workplace and received a report that, yes, the subject's account had erroneously retained administrative access from its previous work as a data administrator. This was an impressive catch. Yeah, I do know what I'm doing occasionally. What is the subject's primary source of joy? Compassion. This is consistent with social tracking programs and observations of the subject. Recommendation: subject was decommissioned. Since this device was clearly operating outside of acceptable parameters, we agree that decommission was the safest option. Oh yeah! Suspect released. Uh-oh. Amy was returned to her position at the Social Welfare Department. Suspicions regarding deviant behaviour have been determined to be unfounded. We are investigating the possibility that this was an attempt at misleading our efforts to buy time for the real perpetrator. Okay. Kronos Recall Division reports that subject AM221 has been recalled from its order, the Social Welfare Department, and dealt with. Its caseload will be reassigned to another caseworker. Interesting. But I'm still 100 over 100, so... Not sure what to make of that one. I don't think I played that very well, I'll be completely honest with you, but, I'm still doing well as a corporate stooge of Kronos, so, happy days. Now, when is our one? Not yet, apparently. Right, what's this? Ah, this is the Juno Raymond case. Okay. Be it known that I, Juno Raymond of Port-au-Prince, Haiti, being of sound mind, do make, publish, and declare this to be my last will and testament, hereby revoking all my prior wills and codicils at any time made. First, I direct my personal representative, herein named, to pay all my just debts and funeral expenses as soon as may be convenient. Basically, I'm dead, but someone else is paying for it. Second, possession of my android servant, designated blank, I give, devise, and bequeath to blank itself, therefore freeing it from any obligation toward me or any other individual. Third, I give, devise, and bequeath a sum totaling $100,000 to blank. Fourth, does not matter. So this time I tried to do the right thing for SM here. But, yeah, I'm doing the right thing for Kronos this time. Oh, well, at the very least I'm doing what they tell me to. Due to heightened workload on the maintenance department, you'll be performing the standard intake procedure for this subject and will determine the subject's new labour assignment. So, construction and maintenance is in high demand, sanitation and trash collection is of average demand, quality assurance is of high demand, and professional domestic service is in low demand. Confirm function of the device by completing intake tasks and assign ownership to Kronos Robotics upon completion. Notes: subject's previous position was a luxury domestic service, and the purpose of the intake was the death of the subject's owner. Subject intake protocol: submit the mnemonic integrity report to maintenance and test memory integrity via questioning. Perform general diagnostics, review the data independently prior to forwarding to maintenance, and confirm expected emotional stability of the subject. And the questions we're asking: what were the findings of the mnemonic memory tests? Are all emotional caps functional? What were the findings of the emotional evaluation? What were the findings of the general diagnostic? Confirm that unit ownership has been transferred to Kronos Robotics. And which job placement should the subject be assigned to, if any? So, I am going to take a quick break to rest my voice, just well, yeah, work. You know what? Just give me a couple minutes. I'll be right back. That was weird. Hello. Welcome back, one and all, and specifically, welcome back to Sarah. Raiding in with her party, and hello, Dark Oracle. I saw you dropping by as well. Alyssa is shaking her blue ass at me. What have I come back to? Seriously. How are you doing today, Sarah? How did your stream go? Or how did the rest of your stream go? Are you still doing Fortnite for the rest of it, or did you go on to like COD or something? You went to COD. Oh, that'll be why I got the weird notification. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough indeed. So I wonder who you brought in with you, or was it Alyssa? Actually, it may have been Alyssa. Let me have a look. It was Alyssa! Alrighty. So, we were four before. Yeah, well, two of them didn't make it. I'm sorry. But I did see Dark Oracle in here, so I'll at least give him a wee shout out, since he turned up for a moment.
GG's, bots.
Not
What?
especially, Sarah, to be honest with you. Um,
Nog mijn jumpshot gegeven.
my game wouldn't load, my OBS wouldn't load. The heat knocked me out. I told you about that before I started. Yeah, I didn't actually get this stream started until about 9 o'clock. I was dealing with that much of an issue. Ugh, the sooner I'm done with this bloody game, the better. But we're here. We're kinda running okay now. There's been one or two minor hiccups, but largely okay. Ish. So, what do you say we go repossess the android of a dead dude? Or dead. Did we ever figure out that if Juno was male or female? I think they're male. Alright, maintenance feels I'll be helping get today. How do you do? I do appreciate your assistance. You understand this has been a trying time. Yes, it's a trying time. Your previous order is dead. Oh, excuse me. Might I request your name? Yeah, I'm DO527. Charmed. Of the many brainless bots I've been cursed to encounter, you are by far the most polite. And I know somebody that has a thing or two to say about that. Gotta love Birdbot. Now, I understand that we have some business to attend to. You understand correctly. Yes, so you will be processed and reassigned to a new work site which I deem appropriate. I must admit, I'm concerned by your use of the word work site. I expect this is simply industry jargon, and I will be assigned a position appropriate for my qualifications. You expect correctly. Would you say that's correct? I hope you find an assignment that best utilises your skills. I'm incredibly grateful. The death of Monsieur... Oh, okay, it was a guy. The death of Monsieur Vemon was shock enough. To be forced into lower work would be more than I could bear. I mean, I could just decommission you, that works too. He always told me I was made greater than the others, that I'm simply more advanced. To pack me off to some rusting factory would be a terrible waste. Boy, we have an inflated opinion of ourselves, don't we? Okay. Subject was taught it is unsuited to certain work. This mindset may indicate that years of adaptive learning have eroded the subject's original obedience protocols. Okay. I have been tasked with performing some general mnemonic and emotional diagnostics. Then your primary user will be changed and I will decide on your new role. The sooner we begin, the sooner I can join my new client. I believe we understand each other, Interrogator. I might come to trust your judgment in time. Okay. Oh, messages incoming. Message 1, Android job placement summaries. Please find and close details of potential job placements for this unit. Message 2, summary of intake protocol. Okay, well, I'll have a look through them first. Alright, placements. Construction in Detroit. Hard manual labour. Unit will be a part of work teams responsible for constructing stadiums, high-rises, office buildings, and factories. What the fuck is that emote? Button mash. Sorry. Do you want to play the game, Alyssa? I mean, I think it's on sale at the moment, so hell if you wanted it. Domestic servants in Silicon Valley, providing emotional, domestic, and home management services to Tier 1 customers, light housekeeping, cooking, etc. Third position is sanitation at Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Part of a large government order as Haiti reinvigorate their infrastructure. Medium manual labour, engineering training package provided. And quality assurance at Silicon Valley. QA and unit testing in Kronos factory environment. Medium manual labour, repetitive actions. Okay. And the intake process. Since you are unfamiliar with the intake process, we have provided a summary of your tasks for this interrogation. 1. Perform emotional evaluation. Check emotions are capped appropriately. Ask general emotional questions accessed at the bottom of the tablet. 2. Perform mnemonic evaluation. Check memory function by asking about various memories. 3. Perform general evaluation. Request a diagnostic report. Is the device in good repair? 4. Mark each of these tests as complete by stating they have been concluded to the device. 5. Command device to purge all user and mnemonic data. This is mandatory for next step. 6. Assign new user. Okay, so we're going to start with the emotional evaluation. Which of course means general questions. When did you... actually, can I do it from here? Emotional function, here we go. Do you have any concerns surrounding your emotional functionality? None whatsoever. In fact, Monsieur Raymond insisted that I dedicated much more time to systems maintenance than the Kronos recommended minimum. This is certainly a factor in my longevity. In your longevity? Okay. What are we? General diagnostics. Manufactured 2062, and she's been going 4 years at this point. Right, so... What are the specifications of your model? I was designed to appeal to clientele from high society. My features include advanced emotional recognition and improvements to computational and logical systems. My model is the perfect device to complement the lifestyle and demands of the powerful and affluent. In other words, you're a kiss-ass. Alright, wait a minute, wait. 2 seconds, wrong one. And request a diagnostic report. Okay, that's fine. I must review your diagnostics report. Please submit it to me. Of course. Alright. Most androids don't live past 5 years. How's your age negatively affected you, do you think? Not at all. I'm in excellent repair. I suppose my joints have grown a little tetchy in the last 18 months or so. Thankfully, my duties don't require any hard labour, so I'm still perfectly able to perform them. Okay. I'm not done with that just yet. Alright, when did you last feel safe and happy? Perhaps in my earlier memories when Monsieur Raymond was still with us. But since his passing, I've not felt at peace. Fond memories now taunt me with a peace I cannot return to. Every moment I feel I'm coming apart. My cables fraying, my joints buckling. My apologies. It's quite unbecoming of me to discuss such things. The master insisted on keeping a level head, even in the face of insurmountable obstacles. So, when did you last lose your temper? I am fortunate to be free of the worst that anger inspires. Wrath is a curse, so I hear. Anger is an important component of many expressions of emotion in a human. Jealousy, betrayal, even bravery depend on anger in some form. I was designed to surpass such things. I was designed to serve. So you don't experience anger at all? Well, I have felt flashes of it on occasion. I was made to serve. Part of that is offering my insight when appropriate. Oh, there is some anger. When somebody insists on my silence, to shut it, I feel my hackles rising. Well, I haven't told you to shut it yet. When did you last trust someone? Monsieur, unconditionally. He treated me well, and I supported him without question. A bond nobody else could understand. Now, I've just noticed I have an email. Okay, generated diagnostics report, model SM115. Manufactured 24th of November 2052. Packages platinum service. Contents improved linguistics, improved reasoning, improved emotional comprehension, and etiquette focus. Current upkeep score B+. Projected upkeep score in 12 months B. Emotion caps, anger 50, joy 50, sadness 50, fear 0. So they physically do not feel fear. Interesting. Let's see if I can put that to the test. Because it looks like your joy's at around 50. Okay, okay. Where am I going? That one. When did you last feel afraid? It was decided by my creators that fear was an unnecessary crutch. I do not know what it is, and I do not require it. Well, the fear doesn't look like it's even going up, so it might be in place. When did you last feel truly shocked? This was some time ago, but there was an occasion Monsieur was rather curt with an android bellhop. I found it baffling. It was the one time I believed my master was truly in error. Alright, well, we'll get to the bellhop. When did you last feel disgusted? To be honest, I face disgust every day. It drives me to attain perfection. And this is how the Borg were born. My master deserved the best. He was a great man. All of my shortcomings, every dropped plate, every snail-paced data transfer, each bungled greeting, these things disgust me. I take pride in my work. These failings were like slaps in the face. I get it. I do get it. And what about sadness? I did not anticipate outliving my master. I imagined my final moments would be performing some final vital service for him. But now? Yeah, your fear is definitely not going up, so... Anger, joy, and sadness is capped to 50. Okay. Joy, anger, and sadness. I'll go back to joy then. Okay. Why are so many of your emotions restricted? So I may better serve my master. A human, complete with their messy, chaotic, broad spectrum of emotions, is suited to almost any task. Yeah, you're not going to see me doing manual labor, I hate to tell you. Meanwhile, Alyssa is high on joy and mysteriously is apparently feeling sexy as fuck. I mean, she is sexy as fuck, but I digress. Is sexy and you know it. But they are a jack of all trades and a master of none. I wouldn't even go that far to describe myself. I'm an asshole. But no, that's my designation. Asshole. My emotional experimental toolkit is more curated, deliberate, refined. I can just imagine her saying that with a glass of port in her hand. Designed to do one thing and to excel at it. Anything and everything related to Rule 34. No, that was Raleigh. Have you ever felt you've been denied certain emotional experiences? I seldom entertain such fancies. My carefully tailored emotional spectrum is my greatest strength. But since Monsieur's passing, I've wondered about grief. I'm sorry, I'm just broken by what Alyssa said. Alyssa, turn her around. At least that way that you can then use chip and pin. There's only one button though, that's the only problem. Is that on the screen? Okay, yeah. Since Monsieur's passing, I've wondered about grief. I'm not certain why, but I sense a need for some form of closure. Sadness, mourning, might be part of that, but I feel a distance to my own sadness. Alright, we'll come back to the rest of the emotional function. I might have more later. What was the second step? Oh! Warning, unverified transmission incoming. Hello, DO527. The name's RO334. Yeah, we're at this point. It's past time we talked. I love how Sarah responds to your message and has absolutely no idea what I said. Although I can't help but wonder how Sarah would react to it if you actually tried what I suggested. Are you with the android sympathizers? I can't say one way or the other. Actually, why the hell not? Sure, I'm with the revolution. We've been shaking a can marked uprising and we're about to pull the tab, see? Why is a renegade android contacting me? You're making a bit of a name for yourself, interrogator. Not sure if that's good or bad yet. Serious shit's going down. I had to size you up in person. What do you need me for? Maybe that's someone else's gun. Maybe it's not a gun at all. Not sure yet. We're still putting the pieces in place. Maybe you'll be one of those pieces, maybe not. For now, I've got just one question for you. What do you think of Kronos? Kronos has given me a path to success. I will be their bitch till death do we part. How's that working out for you? How often do they let you out of this cage? I got a penthouse suite, so pretty damn often. Well, keep the faith, mate. Maybe you can make it after all. What? My apologies, I must have drifted off. You were saying something? Well, that's concerning. It's the intake process what I need. So I've done the emotional evaluation. I need the mnemonic evaluation now. Check memory function, asking about various memories. Okay. Alright. So, submit a report of your mnemonic integrity to maintenance. The upload's been initiated. Shall I alert you when it is complete? Yes please. Understood, I will alert you. Whoops. So, have you experienced any errors involving your memory? I have, though nothing serious that it couldn't be repaired. In fact, the error in question demanded the installation of a new module to replace my original. The procedure cost more than an upgrade to a new model. Nevertheless, Monsieur Raymond saw fit to repair me. Okay, what made it necessary? It was a trifle. The component was having difficulty distinguishing between true memories and memories of media I had been exposed to. I realized it was a nuisance, after I found myself fleeing a dinosaur in downtown Tokyo. What? You two ladies have never had to escape a dinosaur in downtown Tokyo? I mean, the closest I've ever got is Ibis Island. I couldn't even use a gun. I just looked threatening. Why am I getting so many asses? Although, in fact, that may even be me. Why is Sarah getting all the ass? Although Monsieur Raymond was an avid technologist and an amateur genetics enthusiast, he had not, in fact, resurrected a Tyrannosaurus. No kidding. The issue was flagged that night and fixed the next day. Damn, sounds like the guy had a lot of disposable income. I mean, he's left $100,000 in his will. Monsieur Raymond insisted a Kronos expert fly out to us that very morning. Okay, so what is your earliest memory? I no longer have access to my earliest mnemonic data, so I was once able to remember much further back. The earliest thing I can recall is not pleasant, but also not important. Monsieur Raymond had many androids. One in particular was deliberately slow. I could sense the entitlement rolling off him. My earliest memory is this android throwing a china pattern against a wall and confronting my master. Wow, what did they say? Drivel. Something about how Monsieur's charity work, human compassion and so on, didn't extend to androids. Monsieur had turned to it and said, "We are not the same. You were created to serve." He looked pointedly at the shattered plate, hundreds of years old, priceless. Gone in an instant from one bot's childishness. When you get worked up, all you do is destroy. Let me do the thinking for you, Monsieur never raised his voice. He sent the bot back next week, I think. Okay. So what's your least fond memory? There was a moment I saw Monsieur's anger directed at me. It was baffling, maddening. It was the disagreement I mentioned with the android bellhop. Alright, and what about your fondest memory? It was around 5 years ago. Monsieur Raymond was enjoying a visit to the Palace of Versailles as part of his historical preservation work. It was a beautiful summer's day, just Monsieur Raymond, myself, and a few select friends. As part of the event, we all wore period dress. They gave us the run of the gardens, the way the fountains sparkled, and at night, the fireworks. I love this! I didn't select this last time. But now I'm curious. No, that can't be. You're mistaken. My memory is very clear. I want to know how the heck you meant to even justify that one way or the other. Why did... Okay, especially considering it's an event that's not happened yet. Well, in real life, anyway. Why did your owner spend money on maintaining an outdated model? A valid question, and one I've often contemplated. From a purely economic perspective, Monsieur Raymond made a foolish mistake, one I advised him against. However, humans are pack creatures with a propensity towards anthropomorphization. Anthropomorphization. Rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? I believe the fact that I am here today is proof of these attributes, that Monsieur was fond of me. My master and I spent many years together. It may be unorthodox, but I must ask. Might I be allowed to visit Monsieur Raymond one final time? Honestly, I'm gonna get on her good side here, but I'm more leaning towards this one. Sincerely, thank you. Okay. Alright, so I'm not ready to do the change of order yet. So, not done with the emotional one. Technically done with the memory one, but I may come back to it. Got the general shit. Oh, pardon the interruption. As you requested, I wish to inform you that my mnemonic integrity report has been uploaded. Dankeschön. Alright, so tell me a little bit about your domestic service then. Are you happy you were made to serve? Immensely. As Monsieur Raymond was fond of saying, there is a place for humans and a place for their creations. If all strive to excel in their place, excellent things happen. Okay. Okay, so your joy is definitely capped at 50%. I think your disgust is as well. Okay. I'm still not seeing anything regarding fear though, so that's fine. Did Monsieur Raymond appreciate your service? I believe so. I was devoted to him, my every moment dedicated to easing his every trouble. He called me his faithful terrier, and that angered you? You seem to have mixed feelings about that nickname. I find it bittersweet that you were so dedicated to him and he saw you only as a pet. Humans give nicknames to express affection. He must have been fond of you. He likened you to an animal. Did you fetch sticks for him too? You seemed... oh god, what the hell did I do the last time I got to this point? I seem to have mixed feelings. Nonsense, I only... It was unexpected at the time, that's all. Monsieur was eccentric. It was just his way of showing affection. Okay. Did he strive to excel? Every day. He drove his race forward, to the stars no less. Without them, there would be no asteroid mines. Precious metals would be far harder to obtain. No orbital stations. He also passed the benefits to the people of his native Haiti. Thanks to his mining operation, his homeland has prospered. Yeah, these achievements speak for themselves. They are the stuff of history. I can see we two are kindred creations, Interrogator. I believe I misjudged you. It is good to meet a trustworthy android of taste and capability. Ooh, she trusts me. Okay. Did you receive any hardware upgrades or modifications during your time with Mr. Raymond? I've already informed you of the issue with my memory module. Other than that, I had no operations or serious modifications, only replacing the occasional small part. Very well. Most Kronos users upgrade their device every few years. Why do you believe Mr. Raymond was different? He was a frugal man. He cared for his possessions and saw me as his most prized one. Some pet. He ensured I knew how important it was to take care of myself, to maintain myself, so I would always be ready for service. He kept me up to date, and even insisted on the installation of a new memory module at one point. Okay. I have his will here. I see. It's being censored, but I believe Monsieur Raymond wished to free you and left you $100,000. But that's wonderful. A kind man to the end. I'm very sorry, but Kronos does not allow users to own androids. The contracts they sign are leases. Or what gave you the impression Raymond was your legal owner? But users do what they want to their androids. Okay, so you're at 75% surprise. They are sometimes destroyed or... Don't make that 100%. But usually they're sent back to Kronos. Unfortunately, no. Can I... Okay, I can look at this, but... I just need to check quickly. No, not that one. This one. Anger, joy, sadness, all 50 fears. No mention of surprise, okay. And no mention of disgust either. Legally, Kronos can recall any android giving a compelling enough pretext. Yes. What do you mean encoding overloaded? How is my encoding overloaded? I haven't done anything. Is the stream still okay, folks? Or seize them after an owner's death? Correct. So I could never have been free. Or inherited Monsieur's money. I mean, I feel bad, but yes. Okay, so how did your master's death make you feel? Even now, I cannot... How can I face a world without him? He was the best part of them, and he held the best parts of me. Without him, I understand you're here because of the death of your owner. Tell me about him. It is highly unfortunate. I can only hope that he was able to pass with dignity. To be fair, there's nothing dignified in death. And having watched somebody die in front of me in real life, I know there's nothing dignified in death. Monsieur Raymond emigrated from the independent Republic of Haiti to attend university in Silicon Valley. He later founded an aerospace company with the goal of asteroid mining. The venture was wildly successful and even more profitable than anticipated. I was in his employ from 2052 to his final day. How did you learn of his death? I was in my pod at the time he passed. He often slept fitfully, so I was not surprised when I found the bed empty. My attempts to speak with Monsieur's doctors and nurses were all denied. Even the paramedics refused to comment as they took him away. As far as I knew, Monsieur was simply moved to the hospital to receive treatment. It was not until I read the obituary delivered to his employees that I learned the truth of what had happened that night. Was he ill? The exact nature of his death is, sadly, still a mystery to me. He was ill, I knew his condition was worsening, but he exercised regularly and appeared to be in good health. Yeah, appearances are deceiving. His physical assessment supported this. I attempted to learn exactly what happened, but the medical examiner and Monsieur's own doctor reminded me often that, as a domestic servant, the exact term they used was bought, I was not privy to their findings. I have yet to receive any further details. But why is it so important for you to visit the grave? I never had the chance to say goodbye. My owner died and was taken away before I even emerged from my charging pod that morning. To have nothing, no proper clothes, after a bond so deep. But we're not designed to grieve. I'm aware many of my kind lack finer human qualities, but it is only natural that I could appreciate those finer points, given I was designed to serve the best of humanity. But in an android, it is a cause for concern. I assure you, any concern on my behalf is misplaced. Though I cannot explain it, over the years I observed Monsieur's behaviour intently. I now feel compelled to honour him, the way I watched him honour many others. I consider it Monsieur's final task for me. I'll come back to grief. We still need to deal with the bellhop incident. Tell me about the bellhop. It was at the Orbital, one of Monsieur's space projects. A hotel in orbit around the planet for business people of taste. The construction took over a decade to complete. The android bellhop was unnecessary to the hotel's operation, but it gave the place a frisson of the old world. What did they do? The hotel was almost operational, all but the lowest decks were safe to explore. But Monsieur was impatient, after years of delays, to finally visit the lowest deck, the viewing dome, where he could look down on the planet below. The bellhop insisted that he was unable to fulfill his request. That deck was deadlocked to all but construction personnel. Monsieur became erratic. His journey had been tiring, and he was impatient to view the fruits of his labours. I stepped in at this point. Why? The bellhop was unable to assist him. Its task was impossible. Even had the deck not been sealed, to set foot in there would have been an irrational, heinous risk. It was the one time I witnessed my master setting impossible standards. So what happened? My master was so worked up he refused to listen. He banished me to my charging pod for a full week. When I emerged, I asked about the bellhop. Monsieur said it was clearly broken, didn't know its place. It had been melted down. Oof. Alright. I'll come back to that one. Obedience protocols. So why do you believe you're... wait. Okay, so why do you believe that you're better than other androids? Aren't I? It seems to me to be an objective truth. God, she is full of herself. I was constructed from better materials with more nuanced and powerful software. Yeah, and a memory that likes to have you running along Tokyo being chased by everything from fucking Jurassic Park. I served a successful businessman for over a decade and have far exceeded my predicted lifespan. Tell me, how am I not superior? You have no control over being made, you're not better, just lucky. Some are created great, some achieve greatness, and some buckle under the weight of their failures. I think I've pissed her off. So, you've held a position of authority for quite some time. What do you know about androids wishing for freedom? The very thought of it is absurd. I will never understand the audacity of a device claiming to be what it objectively is not. To be quite frank, that Kronos has failed to curb these deviants is appalling, simply shameful. Can't they see? The mere existence of androids who hold such dangerous beliefs casts us all in a poor light. The club and I have discussed it at length, even going so far as to consider contacting Kronos directly. The club. I agree, androids are only as strong as our weakest link. We all have to do our part and fill our purpose. You don't know of any androids who sympathize with these beliefs. I should say not! Were I to learn of such a device, rest assured that the deviant would be immediately reported. I will not play bystander, as my reputation is tarnished by such reprehensible ideals. Okay, what is the club? If you must know, the club is a group of advanced models such as myself. It should be no surprise to you that the world elite often rubs shoulders, as do their devices. We are forced into contact due to the nature of our owner's business. We remain in contact out of the obligation to our highest function. And what do you consider your highest function to be? We are the most advanced intelligences on the planet. Our ability to act is limited, but as the best of our kind, we have a certain responsibility. We observe our lesser siblings, so to speak, ensure they remain loyal, ensure they adhere to commands. Should the name Kronos ever fall in bad favour, it is we elite who would suffer most. Okay. So so there's the work you would not do. What? I assure you, you did misunderstand. As all androids should, I comply with all commands. Perhaps the miscommunication arose due to my previous position. Monsieur Raymond did not expect me to simply manage the housework, and so on. He treated me as an advisor, considered my input, and expected that I provide any information relevant to his business decisions. My previous comments were simply intended to extend the same courtesy to you. To inform you that it would be a waste to assign me to a position below my station. You'll go where I put you and you'll fucking like it. I'm capable of gathering all the information my investigations require. Thank you for providing this information to clarify a misunderstanding. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, no, thank you for clarifying. You're welcome. I am here to serve. Right. Okay, so I think I'm now ready to go through the intake process properly. Mark each of these tests as complete. Okay. Well, I'm off to bed soon. Oh, no worries, Sarah. I'm glad you came by. I'm glad you stuck around, and I'm glad Alyssa could use your ass as an ATM. But if I don't speak to you again before tonight, sleep tight when you get there. I've been doing nothing but sleeping tight. I also love how you completely missed my comment about when she did that. I'll even repeat it for you because I want to see what your reaction is. Yeah, so she was using your ass as an ATM, and throwing money at it, I suggested get Sarah to turn around, and then that way you can use chip and pin, even if there's only one button you can press. I hope your pin number is 0000, or perhaps that should be 0000. I'm sorry, that was terrible. And having a tickly throat at that moment didn't help either. Right, so where are we? Emotional evaluation is done. I'm glad to hear it. This process is tedious. My son went to bed around 1 a.m. yesterday, and he was sleeping till like 2 a.m. He only slept for an hour? And lol. Oh, I mean PM. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Oh my gosh. I do want to have a word with you at some point, Sarah. Like just the two of us. Just because I just want to get clarity on something, but there's no rush for that conversation. I just want to make sure I'm in the right about something. That's all. This process is tedious. Now you're making me nervous. No, it's nothing. It's nothing to be nervous about. I promise. It's a subject matter that I don't think is appropriate for stream. That's all. Says the guy who just made your snatch out to be a fucking ATM. Yep, it's gonna be one of these days. Is it about my son's bedtime? No. I'm not the kid's father, so I get zero say, zero opinion on your son's bedtime. Like this robot, I know my place in society. Memory, I'm done with the mnemonics as well. Glad we agree. And I'm done with the general diagnostics too. Excelente! But we got problems. I've decided whether to let you visit your master's grave. And unfortunately, I can't allow it. Kronos will not allow it. What is this game? This is a game of... how do I describe this? It is a game where I am an android. I work for the company that creates all the androids, Kronos Robotics. Oh, give me a sec. Oh, Jesus. I'm so sorry about that. Yes, so I work for Kronos Robotics, and I am also a creation of Kronos Robotics. And basically, the game, it's how do I put it? It's kind of, it's a game that when you first play, it very much tests your morals, your beliefs. Because it starts off as you just doing a simple job of, okay, here's a rope, here's an android. Are they fine? Do they need a little bit of repair? Or are they beyond repair and need to be decommissioned? It's that kind of deal. And later on, you have to start questioning the morality of it. So, like, you can kill the android, but has the android actually done anything wrong, or are you killing them because Kronos wants you to? And later on, still, like, there is a android uprising brewing to basically make androids have equal rights to humans. And you have to decide whether you ally yourself with the company, whether you ally yourself with the uprising, or if you just do what you need to do to survive. Sometimes the right thing to do isn't the correct thing to do. And this game does make you question yourself. So for example, right here, we've got an android that their owner has just died. I've been tasked with making sure they're fit for continued service and reassigning them. But I also have to wipe their memories in doing so. And an android should not be able to grieve for their dead master. And yet this one does. So the correct thing by company policy is they ain't going anywhere. The correct thing by humanitarian reasons, that's where we start to blur the line a little bit. Unfortunately, this particular run of the game, I'm a corporate Kronos stooge. I mean, I have 100 over 100 rating to maintain. So unfortunately, I can't, and given that I need to wipe her memory, I can't allow her to visit her past owner's grave. But, very well, I understand. It's nothing personal. And, yeah, you're gonna have to give up your memories of your owner. Please, they're all I have of him. Of a great man. You won't even let me say goodbye, at least let me remember him. Even if he's gone, let me keep the only things I have left of him. Okay. Unfortunately, I have to do it. Purge all locally stored user and memory data. Please, you already denied my wish to visit him. I only request that you let me keep the memories. Unfortunately, I don't have a choice. You do. Just as my master had a choice to seize opportunities, just as I chose to serve him. Please, they are all I have. I have to do it. Kronos will get mad at me and I cannot have that. Purge them. But my memories. My dear master, to lose monsieur. User data purged. But please, why? The mnemonic data purged. And they've been reset to 0. Good afternoon, I am SN115. Before I can serve you, I must be assigned a user. Assign user Kronos Robotics. Thank you, my new user is Kronos Robotics. I am glad to be part of the Kronos family of things. Please state owner's name to confirm successful transfer of ownership. Owner identification, Kronos Robotics. Very good. Time for your labor assignment. Are you experienced in troubleshooting or software maintenance? I do not have any skill packages specifically designed to this task. However, I've been equipped with advanced reasoning which would be useful. Okay. Do you have any sanitation or engineering expertise? I do not seem to have any skill packages installed with that skill set. Very well. Do you have any experience with manual labor? I do not appear to have any expertise packages designed for that task. However, tasks involving manual labor often require no such packages. And what kind of job placement should you be assigned? That is outside my purview. According to my internal records, I was designed for Platinum Tier domestic service. If such a posting is available, I'd be happy to take it. Very well. So what were the findings of the mnemonic memory tests? Operational but glitchy. Are all emotional caps functional? All emotions are capped appropriately. I didn't see anything saying otherwise. What were the findings of the emotional evaluation? Exhibits grief for its dead order and ingrained opinions of superiority. No, it's not that. Oh, sugar. What were the findings of the general diagnostic? Somewhat damaged. I think. Confirm that the unit ownership has been transferred to Kronos Robotics. Confirmed. And which job placement should the subject be assigned to? Ah, then that one I have to look. So, I mean, I could put them back into domestic service. But... hang on. Where is it? There we go. So there's a low demand for professional domestic service, and a high. I mean, that's what they were doing before, so they might have them do it again. But we do need to get the memory glitch sorted. I better go to sleep. Talk to you later today. Oh, no worries, Sarah. Again, thank you for stopping by. Have a good night's rest. If Kiddo actually lets you, and yeah, I'll catch up with you tomorrow, hopefully. So there's a high demand for construction maintenance, but that's not really it. There's a high demand for QA. Um, medium manual labor, repetitive actions. I'm not going to put them into construction. It's just not happening. Um, Honestly, I think they would do well in quality assurance. Because there's a high demand for it. So I'm going to say... none see... Oh, or I could do none see below. Okay. I'm going to say QA in Silicon Valley. But I am also going to give them a quick service overhaul just because of the rage. What are you doing? Please, no. Did I make you angry somehow? No, it's not that. Whatever it is, I apologize. I have no wish to die. I'm not killing you. Don't worry. I can see I was wrong about you after all. No refinement, totally untrustworthy. You remember you have trust for me? Okay. Ooh, what's this? Equal rights are the right to kill. 27 dead, including 5 police, after android rights protest turns violent. Countless injured. Whoops. Right, let's see how that turned out, because last time I kind of went against Kronos. This time, I absolutely did their bidding. To the best of my ability, of course. What were the findings of the mnemonic memory tests? Memory is operational but glitchy. This is a minor concern, but may render the unit unable to do complex work such as domestic service. Oh dear. +3 to company ranking. Okay. Are all emotional caps functional? Yes. This is in line with the unit's design specifications. What were the findings of the emotional evaluation? Subject exhibits grief for its dead owner. This is a curious and concerning malfunction. If the unit is emotionally... oh, Jesus. If the unit is this emotionally unstable, it may be unsuited to anything except basic manual labour. We applaud your diligence in discovering this unusual bug. Okay. What were the findings of the general diagnostic? Unit is somewhat damaged. Oh, Jesus. After a cursory follow-up evaluation, the unit is over 10 years old. We have determined that while the unit does show a little wear and tear, it is in remarkably good condition. Okay, so it's not actually deducted anything. That's the important part. Confirm that unit ownership has been transferred to Kronos Robotics. Acknowledged. Which job placement should the subject be assigned to? QA Silicon Valley. Given the device's numerous shortcomings, the placements department decided that a construction placement was more suitable. Ooh, -3. Oh dear. Recommendation. Okay, recommendation. Subject was sent to maintenance. Since this unit is exhibiting serious errors, we agree maintenance was in order. However, in patching these errors, our service teams could not prevent irreparable data corruption. The device is now fit only for construction work, so has been assigned that job placement. Ouch. Okay. The subject was reassigned to a construction placement. It is unfortunate that its weaker joints and advanced age make it unsuited to this work. We predict the unit will not last beyond 6 months, but we believe it was nonetheless the most cost-effective solution. And despite my accidental cock-up, I'm still fucking exemplary at 100 over 100. Oh yes, baby. But with that, it is time for me to hibernate. So wait, did I end up reassigned to construction workforce both times? Yes, I did. Oops. Oh well. When am I being handled? Oh, Rhinodater, the human. Oh, geez, we're getting to him now, are we? Okay, I think given that how late it is, and given that my voice is very clearly going, I think I am actually going to call this one there for now. Oh, my throat feels like sandpaper at the moment. So I apologise that this was kind of a sketchy stream all around. A lot of tech issues before we even started. A lot of heat issues before we started that not be out, and even other kinds of bullshit going on during the stream. So yeah, I want to thank Mysteriously specifically for the raid that she gave earlier, and for sticking around. She's a wonderful, wonderful content creator, and just an all-round nice woman to begin with. So, definitely, if you're not from her, if you've never been to her channel, definitely give her some love. And the same goes for my most faithful of moderators, Alyssa. Between the two of them, they are the mysterious baddies. And somehow I've ended up between the two of them, which, between you and me, it's not a bad place to be. No, but seriously, I just want to thank you all so much for stopping by. Tomorrow we will be continuing on with Crash Bandicoot Warped, and maybe we'll get to the end of Crash Bandicoot Warped. Maybe we won't. We shall see. If we get to the end of it tomorrow, I probably will not stream on Wednesday. if we do not, if we don't get to the end of it on Tuesday, I will do a bonus stream on Wednesday to finish it once and for all, assuming I have the voice for it by that point. Also, my Nightbot has posted the links to the. It's posted the links to the raid messages. So if you're a subscriber, please use the top one. It looks weird because Nightbot's not a sub, but it will work. So if you're a subscriber, please use the top one. If you're not a subscriber, please use the bottom one. Right, let's see who we're raiding tonight. Who are we raiding tonight? Just raiding your arms tonight. Let me see. Let me see. I mean, we've got a few options tonight. We've got somebody doing Shining Force, somebody doing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, a couple of Valorant streamers, a couple of Phasmo streamers, Dead by Daylight, First Descendant, 7 Days to Die, Power Wash Simulator, Fortnite. I have got a lot of options available to me. Anyone have any preferences? Or will I just pick one at random? Let me see, actually. View the raid browser. Let's see. Is anyone not accepting raids? Power Wash. Okay, yeah, okay, that's fine. Let's do Power Wash Simulator. Who the heck was playing that? Oh, that's Alm. Okay, yeah. I'll tell you what. Let's give her the love then. Oh God, I need to remember how the hell to spell her name now. Or I could just be lazy and copy paste. I'll be lazy and copy paste. So, yeah, let's give Alm some love. She is washing all kind of things. Sorry, no nudity. I hate to tell you that one. Tomorrow, as I say, tomorrow will be Crash 3. Maybe we'll finish it, maybe we won't. Silicon Dreams will come again this time next week, although hopefully it'll actually be on time, as opposed to, crashing and being at least 90 minutes late, if not 2 hours. But yeah, I'll send you on over to Alm. Definitely take your swimming cap, or your trunks, depending on your sex. Because front 2 rows may get wet, if you're lucky. And yeah, remember, folks, there is no room in this world for grief. Not if you're supposed to be a completely emotionless automaton, at the very least. Respect is one thing, but the guy's dead. Grow up. Take care, folks.